TJ, how are you?
Good.
Yeah, you should be good.
Yeah, a little tired, but you guys are the last people that have sympathy for tired people. So
Yeah, it was.
I won't go down that road.
What time did you get in?
I got home probably right about 3.
Oh, it's not too bad.
Yeah, no. We not as strong as a tailwind coming back from the West Coast. So, but yeah, another late night, and you know, it's always better after
a win.
After especially a game like that, man. That was I was just talking to Carson. He was like, "Man, that was exciting." I was like,
It was exciting.
Well, yeah, I feel like that's one of those games that's exciting if you have no horse in the race. But, you know, to go from one extreme emotion to the extreme opposite about 47,000 times during the game.
A lot of anxiety.
It's a little stressful.
Yeah, and especially doing the post-game interview, you're going, okay, this is what I'm going to ask Coach Campbell after the game. Oh, wait, no, I'm going to change that now.
Yeah, you got 2 pages of notes, the good stuff and the bad stuff.
Yes.
The win or the loss.
Right, yeah.
So, Dan, the 4th and 2, how big are your balls? I mean, basically is what the question is. And they were huge.
They were massive.
They were massive. I know.
I was in awe of how big his balls were in that moment.
They had big balls, but they didn't have any sacks in the game.
5 minutes into the show.
Anyway,
I didn't have to say anything.
Anyway, so when he made the call originally, 4th and 2, are you sitting there saying, what is he doing? Or you say, I know exactly what he's doing because I'm on the sidelines watching this defense look like crap, and he has no faith in them right now.
Yeah, no, we discussed it, possibilities even, I think, before the 3rd down. I said, hey, even if you get close to a 4th and manageable, you got to go for it, right? This last team to get this ball is going to win this game.
Right.
And, yeah, I felt probably similar to most fans where, you know, if you would have kicked a field goal there, I think there was about a minute and a half left.
Yeah.
Probably not a great feeling going into, you know, end that game, just the way that it was, right? Just an offensive shootout, and Justin Herbert was playing amazing. So, yeah, I absolutely love the call. I thought it was necessary.
A minute 47.
You got to go try to win the game right now.
And it was the 3rd option on the play.
It looked like it. And you could tell live that, you know, Jared kind of looked to his right, he kind of peeked back to the middle, and then found Laporta late. And the protection was outstanding yesterday. I mean, the run blocking was outstanding. The offensive line, that looked like a game where, and John, you've been through this too, where all week you hear about how good the other team's pass rush is and what they rank in the league and who they've got and, you know, how many sacks they've got. And it comes to a point where you just get sick of it, you know, and Sunday's your chance to go do something about it. And it looked to me like that offensive line took it personal yesterday. And, you know, I even asked Coach about it after the game and talked to Decker. And, you know, I said, hey, Coach, you know, you guys talked a lot about this defensive line during the week and had a lot of respect for them. And he said, yeah, we knew they had some really great players, but, you know, they hadn't played Sewell or Decker yet.
Right.
And, you know, I told Decker that Coach said that. He kind of got emotional because as offensive lineman, you love, you know, you don't seek the praise, but, you know, anytime you hear that from your coach, those are obviously pretty big words. But I thought really, you know, the offensive line was the difference in that game. They were outstanding. No sacks. Obviously, the rushing game was great, especially in the first half. But that was you felt like that was the type of game, and it was kind of about time where the offense did their part. You know what I mean? Because it feels
like it was last year.
Yes, and the defense, you know, the defense has won them their fair share of games this year, right? Mm-hmm. The offense, even, you know, coming out of the bye, it's, you know, we're not playing to our full potential. You know, we're still leaving a lot of plays out there. Yesterday felt like it was going to be that game where the offense had to step up, and they did. And it was great. I mean, you could obviously tell a difference Montgomery makes, right? You go back to when they signed him in March and everybody, he's just another Jamal. No, he's not. Right? He's a totally different player, man. And you saw that yesterday. But just the difference that he makes, the difference that Jonah Jackson makes, the difference of just being completely healthy on the offensive side. I mean, and you could see it in Ben Johnson's play calls. He has so much more confidence to change things up and to be creative and to try to spread the ball around a little bit. And you could tell Jared Goff. I mean, Jared Goff was outstanding, I thought, yesterday as well.
But also, with his mind. I mean, the fact of the Montgomery run, they were in the wrong formation, wrong personnel
group.
He went to the run. The Brock Wright play, it looked like that he went to the line of scrimmage, audible check the play to that. And even the 4th and 2, the fact that I remember he looked left, and it looked like Gibbs got bumped. So that was like maybe the first option, then the one on the right, and he just knew where Laporta had to be, and Laporta made the play.
Yeah,
it all comes from the quarterback.
That was the best game I think Jared Goff has played on the road. I think by far. And you could tell, man, he is that type of guy there that where if you can protect him early, if the first couple series you get him confidence and say, we're keeping these guys away from you today, that his confidence just continues to rise. I think the times where he gets in trouble is maybe there's a play early where he takes a shot, right? And then you can kind of see it takes him maybe a while to kind of regain the trust and the protection. And that's not a knock on him, but it's like any quarterback, obviously. If you can protect those guys, they're going to start trusting you a little bit more, and they're going to start, obviously, taking time and being patient and being on time and going through the reads. And that was a huge factor yesterday in that game offensively. And, man, it was just like I said, it was really good to see, especially some of the changes that Ben Jansen made coming out of the bye week. We obviously know the bye week is a big time for self-scouting. Hey, what are our tendencies when we're in this personnel or this formation or when we do this motion? And Khalil Mack even said it after the game yesterday. I don't think he was trying to throw his coach under the bus, but he made a comment that was like, well, we kind of prepared for Gibbs to do that and Montgomery to do this, and they flip-flopped it. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like Montgomery used to be the kind of A-gap runner, the powers and the counters and the traps and kind of the downhill guy, and then Gibbs is kind of the outside guy. And they did do a little bit of that. Got Montgomery's couple balls on some wide stretch zones, right? A couple toss sweeps. Obviously, the 75-yard touchdown was a wide zone to the right. A huge hole there on the left side. A great job cutting back, but that to me is creativity from the play caller. Knowing what his tendencies are and knowing that the teams focus in on that and saying, you know what, you think we're going to do this? Or we're going to do the opposite. And I thought the play calling yesterday was outstanding as well.
And we discussed, like, what was your favorite play? And speaking of play calling, my favorite play was the last time they got the ball. When they got the ball first at 10 to 25, you figure they might run it first. And he does that short pass to Raymond, who goes, 41 yards down to the 34-yard line, basically put him in field goal territory right away, first play. And you can see Ben Jansen running down the side.
Yeah, sprinting with him. Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
I love that play call.
Yeah.
And so you didn't get to hear it.
Staying aggressive.
When you go, and I know you'll look at the tape again, maybe the broadcast, Nance and Tony Romo were so praising this whole team. It was, Jim, I think we might see them in Vegas. And, it was incredible.
Yeah, I saw a little bit of that this morning. It's not that far-fetched. I mean, you look, and obviously we know what, they've only played 9 games now, right? You're just about halfway through the season. But the thing I love about this team is that they can win in different ways, right? We've seen them win kind of the low-scoring 20-13 type games, but I can't remember the last time, maybe I'm drawing a blank, but that they won a shootout. You know what I mean? It always seems like anytime it gets to like the 30s and maybe the 40s, that
they find a way to lose.
And we saw it kind of with the Seattle game earlier, right? It went to overtime. Whoever got the ball last won, and we didn't get the ball last. And that, to me yesterday, and maybe I'll have to go back, but I can't remember last time they won a shootout where it's just punch, and then they finally get the ball at the end and win the game. So that to me is a sign of a good team finding different ways to win.